Hello YouTubers, it's me, Video Game Madness 15. We're here doing an NCAA 2025 reaction video. This is an edited cut version, because on the uncut version, I went from the trailer, from beginning to end of the trailer, and then talked about certain areas of it. Here we're just going to talk about certain areas of the trailer. But if you guys want to see the uncut version of this trailer, it's on my Patreon page, free to the public. You don't have to subscribe or do anything like that. You could just go in and watch it and go from there if you want to see my initial reaction to it all. But we're going to be diving into this video and then talk about NCAA 2025 and what I think about it and what's going to be in the game and just go from there. But yeah, let's dive in. Also, one more thing before we get into the trailer itself is that I've never played NCAA 12 through 14, so I don't know what those are like for the PlayStation 3 games or anything like that. So, this is going to be very new to me because I don't know what was in past NCAA games apart from 09. But enough of the talk, let's just get into it. And I do apologize for cutting into it, but just wanted to let you guys know first. Hey man, when you hear "Welcome to the Jungle," you know it's gonna be some serious shit. I mean, look at San Andreas. They had the trailer of that, and then look how iconic that went. But here, I could see EA Sports a little bit. Watching this trailer, it looked like the old EA Sports, back when they were at the top of their game, before they became major assholes. Well, they were always major assholes, but this looks like the old EA Sports that we all used to love when we were kids. And here we're going to be going over certain bits and clips of things that I've noticed, things that, are actually kind of interesting going into it. So let's go back into this thing here. Let's go. To go back here, in the beginning of the video, the grass here looks really good. Now, although this is in the Frostbite engine, which I'm not really happy about, this still looks really good for a cinematic trailer. And look at this. They focus on the traditions for each player, which is really cool. And it shows you within these that there is tons of dedication towards, each college football team and like how they do things. Here it's kind of like they tell you that it's not like any other college game we've seen. Okay, the marching band here is getting some love, which they totally deserve, and some dynamic weather right there, along with more traditions, which is really cool, in my opinion. So here's a gameplay demo, basically. Basically looks like Madden 24, just a little bit better, I would say. I mean, the animations, the running stuff looks very well, very promising. The back turn, I think, is something new in there. That slide there is nice. Different celebrations there. And then, I don't know if they brought that back or not. But the throwing here looks completely different compared to Madden 24 and previous Maddens. I mean, look at this. That looks a lot better, in my opinion. Now, I don't know if this is like post-game like celebrations, but they do look very cool, very interesting. And like I said, very promising, You could tell that EA Sports have actually been, busting their butts on this game compared to other Madden NFL titles that we have seen in the past. Okay, so here we're going to talk about what's in the video game, or what's going to be in there. So one of the things that's supposed to be in here is Campus IQ. So basically immersing ourselves into fast-paced college football gameplay with Campus IQ. Wear and tear. That seems very interesting right here, that the players will have like a wear and tear system right here. I don't know if it was in Madden NFL or if it was like a huge meme, but like a few years ago, back in 2011, on YouTube, there was always like showing like a player running to the end zone while injured. So I wonder if here in Madden 25, I mean not Madden 25, in NCAA 2025, if they bring that back. Now here the screen sharing home field advantage system is coming back. That's a callback to 2009, I believe, because you had that feature, as you guys see in my live streams. But I don't know if they actually kept that going into the later years of NCAA football. 134 football teams. That's going to be awesome. Wide open. Wear and tear. We already did that. Pre-snap recognition. This is very, very good. I like this. The issue that I have with Madden 24 is that the pre-snap was a little janky, and a little same thing for 2009 for NCAA college football. But let's make it look great here. Preset pre-snap recognition makes the decision behind every snap matter more. Do you, okay, this seems interesting to me here. So it says here that do you trust in your high skill seniors or take a risk with your untested freshmen? I don't know what that means, but does this thing possibly mean that if we bring in a freshman that they're more likely to make mistakes or something? I'm personally not sure what they're wording right there. It seems interesting though, all things considered. And then home field advantage, rally your rivals in college football's toughest places to play. Test your squad's road game, composure, and confidence levels as you play through distractions like screen shaking, missing pre-play icons, and moving player. That's another callback that I'm noticing here from NCAA 2009 is that when you were going up against a major team that was rival or whatever, the screen would shake, especially if you're at another team's home field. So seeing that is going to be interesting. So the players more likely to make mistakes, whether that's kicking field goals, throwing a simple pass, all that stuff here. From Big House to the Swamp, decibel shaking soundscape of college football, putting you inside the stadium alongside all the iconic rituals and traditions that make you feel right at home. So right here, again, as we were talking about earlier, they're bringing back the rituals and traditions, which that alone I respect big time, because that's something that's needed with these games. We already talked about the pageantry and traditions. Now here, commentary and broadcast. I think this is interesting here. Listen to the iconic voices of Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit as they call marquee matchups, while Reese Davis, I'm sorry if I messed that up, Jesse Palmer and David Pollock take the mic for all your other games. Now that right there, this whole thing is awesome to me. This is, when I see this, I think of 2K5, NFL 2K5, and how they had Chris Berman for the Berman Show and all that stuff. So I think that's going to be very cool and interesting. And then here it also says, taking the sights and sounds around the stadium between plays with a dynamic picture-in-picture play call system. So I'm looking forward to all this. Now, game modes. Here we go here. Let's get into it. So set a new standard for college football. Greatness in classic modes like Dynasty and Road to Glory. Don't know what Road to Glory is like personally. I've never done it before. Recruit a winning roster. Develop coaching staff. Okay. That I don't think is as interesting. I could be wrong. But here we go. So for the Dynasty, let's get into this. You can create a coach, take control, upgrade their abilities, and build a powerhouse college football program. Establish your coaching staff, then work to recruit the best talent either straight from high school or direct from the transfer portal. Take your team to the next level in Online Dynasty, where up to 32 players can compete against each other on and off the field. Now that I don't care about right here. This, sentence here, I don't really care about, because one, I don't like online stuff personally. I don't like it. I mean, it's a good way to connect with your friends and hang out and whatnot, but with how gaming is now, I think this is kind of a bad thing. But there's an even worse thing that we will talk about here in a second, which is this shit system coming back. But Road to Glory. Now this is interesting to me.
Live the life as a student athlete with your created player. Take home the Heisman as you build an unforgettable college football legacy. Manage your weekly schedule, GPA, and your image. Earn coach trust to get more playing time or use the transfer portal to get the time and the glory you deserve. Now, I don't know what they're going to do here. Are they going to do like what they did at NCAA 2009 where you can, work in with a bunch of other things? Coach trust is another thing I'm really interested about too. But now let's talk about this thing that I'm not really looking forward to, and that's college football ultimate team. Um, Basically, I'm not going to really read all of this. You guys can pause this video, but I don't respect ultimate team. I think it's a huge hunk of shit. And I think that's another thing that killed off the Madden NFL franchise. That just because due to that, EA Sports is focusing more on Ultimate Team than what the real players and true fan base really want. And I'm sorry, I just don't like that. I may be the only one, but the reasons for are highly valid, and maybe other people can agree with me. Okay, road to the college football playoff. Experience a new way to play competitively across consoles on the road to college football playoff. Will you represent your university or take a school to climb the polls? Earn rank by upsetting the toughest opponents and securing the votes you need to progress. Okay. Okay, so there, nothing interesting. Now, team builder. This is a good thing here. Um, so this, I actually like this a lot. Madden NFL, learn something from this. EA Sports, put this into Madden NFL. Like, what the hell? But team builder, this is a very good thing. You can design uniforms, helmets, fields, and upload your own logo, which I like that. I love the sound of that. That works. I think that's a very good thing. But I just hope they're not preset uploads and whatnot. That's something that I don't want to see, is like having all that stuff be preset type crap. Because if it is, then that's very, very bad for us, the consumer, and us, just the regular fan base. But I'm really looking forward to some of this stuff. But let's get back to the PlayStation camera again and wrap all this up a little bit. So, see you there.
With NCAA football, I'm really looking forward to it. I really am. But there's a few things and concerns that I have that I do need to bring to all of you guys, the viewers and college football fans, is that one, EA Sports is familiar with like overselling us this stuff, and then when we get the game, it's absolutely nothing of what they said. And pure and prime example of this is Madden NFL 2006. And if you guys don't remember about that, back in 2006 when Madden NFL was coming out to Xbox and PlayStation 3 and those consoles, EA Sports was like, we're adding this, that, and this. And the trailer that they had looked fantastic, and everybody was hype, was looking forward to it. Then when the game dropped, it was buggy, it was a nightmare. Everybody hated it except for the sixth console generation, or in my case, PlayStation 2. People who had PlayStation 2 played '06, Madden '06, fell in love with the game, loved it, enjoyed it. It was a blast, considered one of the best. But EA Sports is good at overselling us crap. Another thing to be concerned of is the Ultimate Team. Now, with the Ultimate Team, in the past, the whole reason Madden NFL sucks to this day is because they pay attention more to Ultimate Team and cryptocurrency instead of listening to the fans and giving them, the things that they look for, such as, for example, the franchise mode, like actual franchise mode, Superstar, which, although 24 brought back, it's nowhere near as good as what the older PS2 games were. And those are like long time ago. Like, think about that. A long time ago. At least 10, 15 years ago. At least. And they're still better than the Maddens we get now. But I think that's a huge thing that we really need to look forward to. Now, I don't like Ultimate Team. Maybe this time they actually do something good with it, but I think it's a bad idea. And, they could have done other things instead of Ultimate Team. They could have, like, throw out, like, player cards to where, like, you can get, in-game money, and then you could just put that in for, this certain college player and their card, or some extra things in the game. Like, let's say there's interviews, like exclusive interviews with a certain college football players. I'm like, that would be cool. That would be reasonable. But this Ultimate Team is a bad idea. Now, I will say this. I'm still looking forward to this game. I'm hype about it. I'm ready for it. And, I'm even going to pre-order this game. Unfortunately, I can't pre-order the deluxe edition because money's tight. So at most you'll see me upload the standard edition, and we'll play that when it drops along with all the other stuff. Unless you guys want to help me out with Patreon, then you're more welcome to do that and subscribe to here on Patreon, or if you're watching this on YouTube, or go to Patreon, then all that stuff. But I'm concerned. I'm concerned, worried, but also extremely hyped for this game because we deserve this. It's been 11 years now, at least, and we deserve another college football game. And this gives Madden NFL some competition again. Maybe within their own company, sure, but it's going to give them the competition again that could eventually make them go back to like, okay, if this is looking good, we got to make this a little bit better, and then have it be like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I think that's what's going to maybe help EA Sports up. Maybe it could revitalize EA Sports and could stop them from being this piece of shit company that we've seen for a long while now. But that's enough of my talk. If you guys like this, definitely give it a like. If you're watching this on Patreon, and this is the uncut version, I hope you guys kind of agree with me here. And if you want to see exclusive stuff or anything, maybe subscribe prices are cheap, and there's tons of perks involved. If you're seeing this here on YouTube, also go check out the Patreon. You're more than welcome to, especially to see this uncut version that is going to be made to the public. But I'm looking forward to this game. I really am. And it's going to be fun and awesome either way. But when we get, I'll kind of tell you guys about it and recommend if it's good or don't recommend it either way. But I will see you guys next time. Have a great day. Take care. Stay safe. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great day, everyone.